and today we're going to be doing yet another Reddit replay cast here. It's going to be a captain's mode game. Picked this one up just a couple of minutes ago. It's about 6 hours old, so should be okay for this one. Right, we'll start this now. It's the first time I've done a captain's mode, so I'll do my best to try and explain the draft, what they were trying to accomplish in there. No guarantees I'll get it exactly right, but captain's mode game. Picked this one up just a couple of minutes ago. It's about 6 hours old, so should be okay. Sorry about that. Okay, so on the Radiant we got Sydney, Scuttletruck, Kenny Logans, Calvert and Cowell. And on the Dire we have Winks, Shit and Volker, Sneaky Heat, Des Louis and Cugs. Cugs captaining for the Dire and Sydney for the Radiant. First ban for the Radiant is in Alchemist. On the Dire they've gone for Timbersaw and a Bristleback, obviously looking to get out some of those powerful off-lane heroes. And then there's a Veno as well. That'll be difficult if they decide to pick up maybe a TA or something like that, because the poison damage will go through that and take off the refraction. I'll have a look see here and see if we can get the first pick out. Okay, just waiting for the next pick. I'm not sure exactly what skill level this is. I think it's about middle of the bracket, but we shall have a look. I'll see what sort of plays there are. They can always be surprised either way, better or worse plays than you'd expect. Not sure if it's a ranked game or if it's just public matchmaking or not, but I'm sure we'll find out. We're into reserve time here. They're obviously having a little bit of trouble trying to figure out exactly what their game plan is going to be here. The Alchemist's not going to be there. That's not going to be there for either support or carry. We've got Wind Ranger, pretty powerful off lane there, and half decent support as well, because he's got that stun, and of course you can counter push with that one quite effectively. Visage, very strong tri-lane hero along with the CM. That basically means it's going to be quite an aggressive tri-lane coming out from them, I would guess. Just see what carry they're going to go for. And we've got a Shadow Shaman on down there as well. Shadow Shaman, excellent CC on him, and be able to get plenty of tower push between Shadow Shaman and Wind Ranger here with her Focus Fire and his wards as well. Serpent wards are very good for taking down towers, and of course getting hero trap kills since they changed the shape that the traps go in. Okay, reserve time in the ban here. Not sure exactly what they're going to go for here. Probably looking to ban out one of the stronger tri-lane carries. Not sure exactly what would synergize well with that one. Nature's Prophet, they're gonna ban out. Good choice there. Going to try and avoid some of that counter push and split push there. And a Slark as well, so not want to deal with those ganks from the Slark. Slark seems to be a lot more popular recently. He's only recently been added to captain's mode, so but I've seen him picked and banned quite a lot, so he seems to be quite effective. The Luna ban there, obviously looking to stop that team fight breaking ultimate there. Very good carry if she can get accelerated in the beginning. Of course. Banning at the OD, not looking to face that in the mid, I would guess. And back in the picks here. Back on the Dire. Okay. And I've got Clockwork, so they did manage to get one of the good off lanes, even without the Timbersaw and the Bristleback. Clockwork very strong in the off lane. Really good to get him his accelerated EXP gain as well, provided he can not be. So it does seem to be quite a push heavy lineup on the Radiant side here. With Death Prophet, Shadow Shaman and Wind Ranger, they should be able to push down those towers pretty quickly. As soon as they all hit level 6, they should be able to just take towers on cooldown basically. Whenever the Death Prophet and the Shadow Shaman's ultimates are off cooldown, they should have no problem at all taking them down. Just waiting out the last two picks for both teams here. Hold on, I'll actually speed this up just a little bit. But 2, 3.
5 seconds remaining. Reserve time.
And they're in the reserve time here as well. So we shall see if anything pops up here. So you have a little bit of trouble looking for maybe a counter push or something like that. Maybe a Keeper of the Light might be good for this, but they do need their mid. So that's Kunkka, so that might be either their mid or their tri-lane carry, I would guess. You can play Kunkka in both roles really, he's quite flexible in that sense. And if he is midding, I would imagine it would be a Death Prophet. Might be a Death Prophet mid. Not played too much in the very high levels, but he's used. And I've got the Clinks there as well. That could be their off lane if they decide to go for a tri lane. Again, consolidating that push there. Clinks using the strafe to get those towers down very, very easily. Fast forward this a little bit more. Problem with Captain's Draft, there's always a little bit too much to talk, too much time, not enough to talk about really.
Radiant team banned. 5 reserve time.
Okay, I talked about the last bans. Banned Juggernaut because they seen that it was going to be a push, and Juggernaut is very, very good with that healing ward. Healing ward allows the creeps to stay up a lot longer, and of course that is a pretty strong carry for them in the late game. Clink can carry reasonably well. Death Prophet sort of, she can semi-carry in the late game, but not that great. But they'll be looking to pick up probably something with a carry. Not sure exactly what they would pick to synergize well with this. Might just go full push and take a Lesh Rack or something like that for final pick, and that would work out pretty well for them with the Diabolic Edict. Great tower pushing ability. Okay, speed up again. And the last ban there was a Gyro. Not looking to go against that Rat Dota, but they're going to get Rat Dota anyway because they've got a Medusa. So the Medusa is probably going to be in that tri lane with the Crystal Maiden Visage. The Mystic Snake can throw out a reasonable amount of damage, and it's pretty good for the mana sustain for Medusa as well, especially if they're up against, if it's tri lane on tri lane, because it can get multiple bounces between heroes and steal a lot of that mana. Very good for counter push in the late game as well, because you've got that split shot as well. So that should work out okay for them.
5 seconds remaining.
Just waiting up on the last pick here. I've still got 30 seconds bonus time as well, so it looks like they are going to use at least some of that. Unsure what to pick for the final. They don't have the Veno for the final pick, which probably would have been quite good for this consolidated push lineup, but as I said, the Lesh Rack is still available. But they're going to go for a Lycan, so they're just going to go, they are going to go with a push that will really, really help them here. Right, okay, and this should be us just about into the action now. Okay, just waiting for everyone to pick up their heroes. Looks like Calvert on the Visage, Skulltruck on the Crystal Maiden, Sydney on the Kanka, Jam on the Medusa, Best Louis on Shadow Shaman, Kenny Logan's on the Clockwork, Winsake on Clinks, and still waiting on the final picks for the Radiant. Here, last 3 picks. Interested to see what they do with the Lycan here. Will they go jungle with him, or will they go in lane? Since the nerf to the Wolves armor, they do take quite a lot of damage in the jungle, but it is still possible. Okay, I'm going for a straight up pause here. Okay, not up for waiting it seems. Just make sure I've got that down the right speed. Yes I do. Okay, that's fine. Right, we'll have a look at the starting items here and see what they're going for. Clink's going for just pretty standard build here. Going for quite a lot of standard regen and branches, and this is probably going to be a mid, I would say, with the Tango and the 2 Ironwoods. Going for the fast bottle here, I would guess. Yes, going mid. Observer Wards on the Wind Rangers, so she's probably going to go. Should probably use them either for the off lane or for going full support. Shadow Shaman going for quite a light build here. Probably got the Courier as well. And Lycan's going Ring of Basie and add some Tangles as well. Kanka, standard. Crystal Maiden, Wind Clarity on top of that. Looks like Clockwork is going to be going in the off lane here. Let me see, yep, and he's going to go and spy that rune as well. With that Stout Shield being able to take up quite a lot of that damage. Visage, fairly low starting items here. Looks like he probably picked up, there we go, he's picked a Magic Stick and Clarity. So that should be fine for him. And looks like Medusa's going for Fast Ring of Aquila probably as well, I would guess. Right, okay, we should get the last hits and eyes, and we shall see how this goes. Right, so it looks like probably this looks like a Jungle Lycan. Jungle Lycan waiting for the spawns here, I would guess. The Ring of Basilius will be able to help his wolves out a lot. Not summoning the wolves in base, so he's going to be at a mana deficit slightly here. And we've got Clinks and Shadow Shaman, and that's going to be against the Clockwork here. The Clockwork wisely blocking the camps here, expecting the Lycan. Probably would have been better in the Magic Bush, because then he'd be able to more camps, but still that is a very good ward position. Like it's going to be caught out here. You might have to switch lanes. Wind Ranger in the off lane here, or Wind Runner if you're old school. Not very old school to be honest, but. And Crystal Maiden sitting off to the side here with Visage, probably looking to get an early first blood if they can. They've got the Grave Chill for the slow. They've got the Frostbite, I would assume, on Crystal Maiden. No, not skilled yet. Obviously looking to wait for the skill. Visage doing a little bit of trading here, probably a little bit in Wind Ranger's favour here, but he's going to be able to create some space and push them out of experience range for that. See, Wind Ranger's only got 36 experience. I'm sorry, I just missed first blood there, and it was Clockwork dying in the off lane there. Lycan coming in for the gank there, and it looks like Clinks used a little bit of the flaming arrows there. Right, that's fine. Sorry about missing that. The top lane, a little bit more harass on the Wind Ranger here. Death Prophet's still sitting mid, is sitting highest on the last denies because of that deny, and she's on 6-1 at the moment, Kunk on 5-0. Looks like she's taking a wee bit of damage from the Tidebringer, but not too much at this stage. She's going to have to watch out for that as he gets more and more damage, and that is going to be a whiffed torrent, unfortunately. Obviously planning that to go back, hoping she would back off a little bit. She does have her bottle already, so she should be fine with regen. There is a regen rune up top, and they will have spotted that out as well because of that ward as well. Going for the standard ward positions here, and a defensive ward here to stop ganks and things like that coming in. Wind Ranger sitting at the side here to try and get some experience from the pooled camp. Very wise to do. Always worthwhile. Crystal Maiden not spotting out the Wind Ranger here. She's getting pretty close to her boots. Or Ring of Basilius. We'll see what she picks up here. Yep, boots. As I thought. Okay, Shadow Shaman getting a wee bit, pushing Clockwork out a little bit here. Clockwork's down to 6 tangos now, but he should be okay, I guess. He did die, feed first blood, but that's going to happen sometimes when you're playing off lane. It's a lot more of a dangerous position. Looks like 2 coming in to try and kill the Death Prophet here. Looks like she was on the phone. Shouldn't be doing that when you're in mid, especially when you're in the last hitting stage. Throwing a bit of damage on the Kunkka, but the Kunkka coming out better for that one. And she's just missing the torrent there. Very lucky going off to the side there rather than going straight down. Throwing out a little bit of Crypt Swarm there to get a little bit of damage, but Kunkka is going to bottle that up. She just picked up the regen rune and she's used it, so she's in a pretty good spot at the moment. Going to dive under the tower here, maybe be able to get this. Nope, not quite. Should have haste rune maybe, but no. It might actually be a death here. Nope, she's bottling up between hits there, allowing her to survive. That's fine. Kunkka throwing the torrent, hoping to get possibly a kill out of there, or maybe just waste more of her bottle charges. Coming up to 3 minutes here, it looks like 3.5 minutes, sorry. It looks like Clinks is doing pretty well down here. Not been contested too much from the Clockwork, he's more looking for experience, but he is still behind the Clinks. Probably due to that. There are some Shadow Shaman and of course that death. And Kunkka going back to base, obviously not feeling safe and not up for contesting runes here. There should be a rune spawning here in about 4 seconds. Wind Ranger whiffing a power shot there, down to really low mana, and Crystal Maiden could come in here with a Frostbite, but not quite up for committing with the Visage low and off here. Okay, looks like Death Prophet's going for this invisibility rune. Will she gank off it? Probably. Yes, she will. But unfortunately, the Clockwork is wise to it. They see that from the Observer Ward that was placed there. See that he's got it. Kunkka should be okay here, to be honest, but the Shadow Shaman is coming in from the back actually, so he might be in for a surprise. Shadow Shaman going for the 2 shackles and 1 Ether Shock. Crystal Maiden coming in here for support along with the Visage, so this could actually be quite a good turnaround here for them. Using the Grave Chill, but I think he's actually going to fall here. Yep, that is going to be Visage going down as well. Looks like Death Prophet may die if another Tidebringer comes in, but no, unfortunately Kunkka does go down, and that is another one. That's 3 for 0. Very well played by the Radiant side there. Okay, and Medusa still sitting up here farming away. She's doing she's doing okay, I guess. Sitting on boots and Ring of Protection at the moment. She's thrown a couple of Mystic Snakes, or used her Mana Shield, either or. The Wind Ranger pulling the wave back a little bit, but unfortunately the siege creep is there, still wailing on that tower. Should be okay. Medusa, of course, she will benefit greatly from the arcane aura from the Crystal Maiden. Getting a double bounce there and managing to get most of her mana back as well. But yeah, she will get the arcane aura, meaning she's a lot more survivable with the mana shield. Looks like they're coming in to try and get this Clinks, but the Skeleton Walk should be able to save him. He's going to turn around and try and hit it, but that's slow on him. He's not going to be able to achieve a great deal. Visage sitting on 2 Grave Chill, 1 Soul Assumption. Grave Chill probably because it's lower mana, he would take that rather than going for the nuke. It's a little bit more defensive as well, adding an extra second in duration. Oh, I'm sorry about that. Just missed another kill on the Clockwork there. Getting killed just under the tower there. Shadow Shaman picking up the kill. So that puts him in a pretty good spot. He's got his Arcane Boots already, which is a pretty good timing to get your Arcane Boots as a hard support. Is he going to throw the Aftershock here? Clear the wave? Yes, he will. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm missing kills all over the place here. Crystal Maiden and Visage going down here to the Death Prophet's Exorcism ult here. It looks like he could be in trouble here. Not expecting quite as much damage as this, not throwing the bolt because it should be quite easy to avoid. Death Prophet's ult, she will be able to regain all of her health here. She's using a Tangle just in case here. She doesn't really need to at the moment because her Exorcism's just about to run out, and then her beautiful ladies will come back and heal her up. Kanka's still doing pretty well, sitting on 22-0. Death Prophet, I'd probably say slightly ahead because she's got the 2 denies as well. I know she's got 2 more with the Crypt Swarm. Okay. And that's the ward run out on the Rune Vision there, so I don't know if they know if that illusion rune is there, and it looks like Kanka does. So he's going to go and pick that one up just now and refill his bottle with that. And then probably head back into lane with it. Yep, that's fine. I'm missing kills all over the place here. Windrunner killing the Medusa here with the help of Shadow Shaman. Shadow Shaman using all of his mana there to help out, come back and give mana to the Wind Ranger. Yep, it's fine. Wind Ranger sitting level 6. A little bit of complaints, but you know the rest of his team were elsewhere or busy. So Death Prophet could be in a little bit of trouble here. Tidebringer is going with, unfortunately. He's not got any of those that I've seen so far. I'm going to try and keep an eye on the health up here to see what's going on. Right, we'll have a look at the hero levels just now. Death Prophet sitting top with Clinks and Shadow Shaman coming in second. Same as the Kunkka as well. Kunkka will be getting more from the mid, and they'll be getting more in the bottom from the kills. Looks like a little bit of a push coming on at the top, a little bit of pressure. Looks like the Wind Ranger is wise to it and is going to back off. Rocket being thrown, but in the wrong direction. Nice hook, nice cogs, and his battery assault is not going to get this kill actually, and I think he might actually die from this as well. Wind Ranger not got enough mana for a power shot there, so he does manage to just escape and no more. Maybe 1 or 2 auto attacks, and that would have been a kill there as well. Throwing Soul Assumption, not quite enough damage there. Shadow Shaman managing to escape with 150 odd health. Medusa coming in, using her ult, but it's not going to be enough at the moment. It looks like Death Prophet might actually get this. She doesn't have the mana, unfortunately. A little bit behind with the mana. And she does get hit, and oh, the bolt will not hit. Looks like Death Prophet is going to just escape. Shadow Shaman throwing the Serpent Ward here, see if he can get a kill. Not quite, slightly, 1 tiny little hit away, 1 health he's sitting on just now. So he's going to teleport back to base here. And the Medusa able to just farm these snakes. It's a reasonable amount of bounty you get off that one as well, so you need to be careful about that. It's nice to throw them when you're escaping, but remember, micro them as you're running back. You might have been able to get a bit of damage off of them, or mana drain is the more likely one because of the mana shield. But push on the middle tower here. Looks like Lycan is throwing in some damage here. His wolf is going to die regardless here, so might as well leave it. Clockwork running back to base here. It looks like their push strategy is working. There's a TP coming in here with a Visage, but I don't think he's going to be able to contest this Clockwork, to be honest. Sorry, not Clockwork, Clinks. That's the one. It looks like he's going for a fast Orchid, as you usually do. I'll have a look at the items here. So Orchid, that's going to be a Aghanim's... No, not Aghanim's. That's going to be a Bloodstone, sorry, by the looks of things, from that point booster. The Wind Ranger is just fairly standard. Arcane Boots, not going for the phase. Shadow Shaman looks like he's getting a mech. A little bit of push on the top, but not much. And the Lycan going for the Vlads. You should be able to take Roshan fairly soon. Alright. Seems that Medusa is going, unfortunately. No, sorry. The Death Prophet, I'm afraid. So that should set them back a little bit if they do actually decide to disconnect. A little bit of action in the middle lane here. Managing to get the... Missing the bolt there, a little bit too far, not aiming that well enough. And it looks like he is going to escape as well, using that maximum movement speed to push out, to run past. Now, it's unfortunate that the bolt didn't hit there. If he'd hit the bolt, it would have been a guaranteed kill. But it didn't, so... And that's Klink's got his Orchid now as well. We'll have a quick look at the items again. Fairly standard items, no major items on the Dire side at the moment. They are sitting 9 kills behind at the moment, so they are going to be struggling to get the items for the farm. A little bit of power shot damage there coming on the Medusa. And she's picked up her power treads as well. Now, that should give her a little bit more survivability with the mana shield and everything like that. So, Klink's battering on this tower. Throwing quite a lot of damage, the Searing Arrows along with the Strafe, managing to pick up a lot of damage, not going off to pick up some Death Pact at the moment. But he will be able to. Klink's getting the tower last hit, so that sits him at 1400 gold. Looks like they're coming to react here. Kunkka not getting much there. Just scaring him out. There is 3 mid here, so they should be able to push up if they need to. Get this tier 1, and that should open up some space around here as well, and that'll give them a much easier access to Roshan for the Lycan as well, should they decide to go for that. Lycan should be able to get that fairly soon. That's a battle strength, so it's probably going to be, I would say, either a Sanji Yasha or no, it's going to be Power Treads. Sorry, that's a bit silly of me. Yeah, you could go Necro. Necro is very effective on Lycan because the Howl does affect. Not leveling the Howl just now, but you can do in future. And this is going to be a bolt, and it is going to hit, and that is a big combo there from the Kunkka. Not able to kill though, Lycan being a little bit too tanky with the with his ultimate and also his armor and things like that. Okay, and they managed to pick off the Clockwork and the Crystal Maiden. I am really missing kills here today. I'm sorry about this. Looks like Wind Ranger is TPing top to get a little bit of defense here, and the Medusa is backing off a bit. Still putting a bit of pressure on here. Klink's sitting about, probably waiting for the creep wave so he can push. Yep, throw a little bit of tower damage on here. The Kunkka is sitting low, but I think he's in a reasonably safe position at the moment. Should be okay. He's got his phase boots now as well, so he should be able to escape fairly easily. Medusa throwing a bit of jungling, of obviously not feeling safe because there's 2 on the top lane here to contest. Medusa, very good late game carry. And there's top tower. Right, okay, so they are pushing this tower. Not got the ult yet. Probably going to wait until about level 10 or 11 to get that, because level 1 is pretty mana expensive and also not great. Yep. Clockwork tried to throw a hook there. It's kind of good that he didn't hit that well. Actually, he probably would have got the... Oh, Jesus, I'm missing every single kill here. Where did Crystal Maiden die? Crystal Maiden died there. Decided to go in and try and take on the Klinks, but Klinks throws out a lot more damage than Crystal Maiden. And I'm pretty sure Orb Walking does... I'm not sure if Orb Walking still works while you're Frostbitten or not, but you should be able to fire off the Searing Arrows if that is the case, which is Frostbitten. Lycan coming in here to try and pick off the Kunkka. One thing to note is Dire still having new kills. We'll have a look at the gold graph here. It's over 10,000 gold in advantage to the Radiance. It looks like they're in a very good spot here. There's not much comeback from this, to be honest, unless there's some mega throws. Experience 75,000, 7,500 here. So it's a reasonable experience difference, but not anywhere near as much as the gold. Okay, Klinks is putting a lot of pressure here down the bottom. They're having to react to this one. That means they're going to be weaker on the top lane as well if they decide to engage. Committing 3 here to try and stop 1. That's it's going to be negative. And Lycan is pushing mid as well, reasonably close, so they can react fairly quickly. But Lycan is going to be able to throw off quite a bit of damage here. He's going to go for... oh no. No hook, no cogs there. If he cogs him in, he's going to be in trouble. It's unfortunate. Crystal Maiden coming in with a Frostbite, that's good, but Lycan is fast enough that he can escape fairly easily. A bit of a whiffed clock out there as well. And Klinks is still sitting with sitting in his invis. Doesn't look like there is any sentry wards or dust or anything. I'll have a look and see if there's any dusts. Nope, no dusts. And I've missed another kill. I'm really, really bad at this. I've missed almost every single kill. Right, I'll look at the net worth, and it's sitting as I would expect. The supports and the offlane are sitting on absolutely nothing at this point. Top tower has gone down. Death Prophet getting the last hit there. It seems Death Prophet did not have to go. Maybe something was fixed. We're getting mildly close to getting her. Was it soul something? Soul booster. Yep, soul booster. Yep, that's one. Mildly close to getting her soul booster now. That should mean her mana is a lot better. Kunkka going in to see if he can salvage something here and counter, but it looks like some fast reaction here from the Lycan, so he should be able to clear this out quite well, and then Kunkka is just going to have to run away. Using the wards here, not microing them, well, maybe microing them, throwing some damage onto the Visage to make him a little bit more scared. Throwing that level 2 rocket flare there, not a huge amount of damage coming out of that one, it's only 120. And that comes, I'm pretty sure that's magic damage, so there's Clink's picking up Kunkka again. Looks like Clink's is going pretty ridiculous here. If you have a look here, Clink's is sitting on 6-0, Deathrock sitting on 4-0. Still no Howl yet, so his wolves won't be hitting quite as hard as they would otherwise. It does help their hero damage as well. A lot better for tower damage. But Clink's is absolutely wailing on this tower. He's got himself a Demon Edge. It's probably going to be, I would say a safe bet, it would be a Daedalus. When you're just picking up her Force Staff here. Imagine you can push them back a little bit, and that'll put Death Prophet's ultimate on cooldown here. Cancelling the TP here, obviously feeling it doesn't need to. The mech healing up a little bit. But they are under a lot of pressure here. They're down to just their tier 3s just now, so that's unfortunate. They are warding. Radiant are, I've only got just a one ward up there by the looks of things. There's an illusion rune up the top there for them, should they need it. Lycan is taking the Roshan here. Doesn't have a huge amount of damage at the moment. Looks like he's going, yep, he's going Necro. So when he gets Necro, that'll synergize really well with the Howl as well, so he should be able to push. And it looks like there might be a counter initiation here. Do they think they can contest it? That is the question. Throwing the boat in, along with the Torrent. And it looks like they're going to get Lycan, or Roshan is going to get him. Better than nothing, I would say. Kunkka manages to pick up the Aegis and steal the last hit as well. So it's very, very good for them. Oh. Long range stun there. Oop. There we go. And a stun. Okay, Clinks is hanging about, seeing if he can get a kill, but he's not feeling quite confident enough to go for it by the looks of things. One thing to bear in mind, the difference in the gold, that will be, how much is that? It's a considerable amount of gold per tower, and they've got all the towers now. So that is gold that they can recoup some of later on in the game, if they can start pushing towers, but they don't really have many tower pushy heroes. Medusa is quite good at it, but not all that great compared to pushing rather than tower killing. It seems that Radiant are trying to go for a fast finish here. They've got the Necro now as well, so that should be able to push the lanes up a little bit more as well. And they've got Clinks hanging about down here, not up for going and helping at the moment. Medusa trying to push out the lane here a little bit so they can get a little bit more focus around here. Throwing the X marks the spot there, try and pull them back, but it's not going to be that effective. Not going to have a torrent to go, and there we go. And there is the torrent, and there is the boat. That's a double boat, a triple boat, sorry. Very nice boat. Redeeming myself from the earlier play. Medusa not throwing the ult yet, but it looks like they are going to get shit Invoker here. Kunkka managing to get it with a Tidebringer there. The Visage is going to throw a Soul Assumption there, but it's not going to be able to get it. Throwing the X marks the spot with the Torrent, and he manages to get this one, and I think that is going to be a dead Lycan. Oh no, he uses his Force Staff, or rather, Windrunner uses the Force Staff here. Able to pick it off, and that is a dead Kunkka, unfortunately. Maybe getting a little bit of tunnel vision there. Probably should have just backed off and tried to defend a little bit more, because the tower is down now, so it'll push a lot quicker. Okay. We'll have a look at the gold graphs again. Still going a little bit of a plateau there on the gold, but it's still sitting right about 16,000 gold, which is especially 20 minutes. That's a massive advantage. Clink's picking up his MKB now, so he should be able to get that mini bash off, and it's a lot of damage you can get out of that. So he's sitting for 269 at the moment, which is a fair amount. I think my maths are right, but I can't bother. Yes, the Medusa farming a little bit using her Mystic Snakes to get a little bit of farm off here. Using her split shot, she's only got it at level 2 at the moment, obviously just now. Feeling like she's got enough damage that the damage reduction isn't going to affect her too much. Clink's coming in here, they have no vision here, because obviously the tower's down, so that should be okay for them. Standard ass career board. Oh no, something more interesting. Wow. Just got the end of that one, but it looks like Wind Ranger came in, got a stun off, and they managed to pick up the Kunkka there as well. And they might be able to get the... and they've finally bought some dust and they managed to get the Clinks off. Clinks is still pretty squishy. And he's got quite a lot of agility and things like that just now, but it's still reasonably squishy overall. So if we can dust him out and survive long enough, then you can usually get something out of it. Shadow Shaman throwing a little bit of Ether Shock to push the lane a little bit, but can't push quite as quickly as that. And down the bottom lane, it looks like they have a siege creep and a lot of range creeps that they can use to push this tower with, so that should take quite a lot of damage here.
Dire's middle barracks has fallen.
Excuse me. And it looks like they've got a push here, and it looks like they're going to try and get this tower here. Radiant do have their glyph if they need it. And a little bit of reaction there from the Death Prophet down there to try and stop. Clockwork using his mini stuns on that to try and slow down the Shadow Sham, but it's not going to be enough. The X marks the spot should be enough. Not throwing the torrent here. Obviously not feeling like he needs to waste the mana on that one. But while all that was happening, Lycan is taking down a Rax. Medusa not able to throw out quite as much enough damage to really make a difference here. Lycan backing off before they can catch him. Kunkka's got his Shadow Blade now, but it's not going to be all that useful at this stage. Still quite low on damage. He's pulling him back here, but he's lost his support. Lycan could turn around and just give him a whack, and Clinks is going to do that for him, I think. Was Clinks a bad enough dude to go on this? Yes, he is. And that was very... oh, there we go. Clinks manages to pick off the kill there. Not sure exactly what he used for the final kill there. Maybe it was burning out, searing arrows damage. Yep, loads of damage there. Picking off these familiars, and that's 100 gold. You shouldn't be leaving them out in the open. It's a mistake that a lot of Visage players use, and that's why he gets the reputation of being so difficult, because you have to micro. 2 wards up here. 3 wards actually. Well, I don't know why they've done this. It looks like they've just warded both at the same time. Not had a look to see what everyone else was doing. Well, better 2 wards than no wards, I would say. Oh, that's a nice torrent bolt combo. He's going to catch 2. He's going to catch 2, and the ultimate from the Medusa there, able to catch them out. Windrunner, unfortunately, turning around, so able to catch out. Clink's throwing damage on the bottom tower here, so that's a little bit they've earned out of that one at least. But that is 3 deaths for none there, and it's only halfway now. They're really coming back here at the Dire. But it's still a lot of pressure they're going to have to deal with, especially with that middle Rax being gone, and the range just about to be gone as well. They're going to have to deal with defending on a slightly tougher push on the mid here with the Mega Creeps. Lycan still pushing out this lane a little bit, obviously really wanting to take these Rax, and then they can just focus on the top, and that would just be effectively GG, I would say. Clockwork kind of out here, or maybe looking for a hook. Will he get the support he needs though? Looks like Kunkka is there as well, but looks like Lycan is going to back off, not feeling very safe here. And he does get hooked. He gets hooked in, unfortunately. And means you won't even be able to get a kill here because of that blade mail. Crystal Maiden throwing her ult there and managing to secure the kill there. Probably been better leaving it for the Kunkka, but there's not much you can do once the ult is flying, apart from cancel it. Over here, the Medusa coming over and maybe try to deal with this Shadow Shaman, see if she can get a little bit of his mana stolen, but no. Medusa's getting a stage now where she can really split push. She's managed to get herself a Lincoln Sphere as well, so that means that'll counter the Hex and things like that. So it should be pretty good for her. I'm on the top lane looking to defend. They're seeing this push coming. 3-man push. Windrunner manages to clear out the wave for them there. Throwing out the ult. He's sitting on a Perseverance, so it's probably going to be a refresher looking for that mega push here. And that is a 3-man bolt, and that is a big important kill there. And imagine get the clinks, but do they have any dust? Do they have any dust? They do not seem to have any dust. Well, Crystal Maiden's got dust, but she is very slow. It's one of the major drawbacks to Crystal Maiden. But yep, that is 3 for 0 again. Looks like their defense is much better, especially with Kunkka really pulling out the good plays here. Looks like Clinks is going to turn around and try and slap this Visage, but the armor just proving too much with the Gravekeeper's Cloak here. Just sitting on 12 armor, which is pretty nice. Clink's going in the jungle, try and keep his farm rate up. Medusa, as you can see, is really coming up on them just now. Medusa is a very scary late game carry, and is scarier than the Clinks definitely. But Lycan, if you go raid boss mode with Lycan, get yourself things like AC and things like that with a Satanic, it can be pretty scary, especially with that bonus attack damage that he gets there as well. Sorry, color's gone a bit off. Sorry about that. Right, double damage rune down here. It looks like Clockwork may spot out, but he's not. Ward Vision's really dropping off here as they get later on in the game and get a little bit more pressured. These double wards up here, achieving a reasonable amount. You can see here what's going on. And we'll just fast forward to this boss. Okay. And they're complaining about the Visage. Oh well. Alright, and they're going to sit in high ground and defend this. It's worked for them in the past, let's see if it works for them again. He's got the Crystallis, and the Shadow Blade Crystallis is going to work really well when he gets crit splashes as well. Especially because while them are pretty squishy. I mean, Clinks he's got a reasonable amount of armor, but he's sitting on 1400 damage. 1400 health, sorry. Looks like the Windrunner is having a little bit of a problem here. Sorry. Just a couple seconds, and the bolt is going to... Whoa, you catches 2. Very nice. And the Clockwork initiation there as well is going to work out pretty well. And they managed to get 4 this time rather than 3, and they're going to pick up the Clinks as well, because he is dusted. And well played from them there. I thought the bolt was going to miss there, but Kunkka proving me wrong, as usual. Very nice play. They're really coming back here. As you can see, 19 to 17. They really should start pushing towers here, I would guess. And Roshan is sitting there as well if they want to take this. Just really take some form of advantage off of this one, whether it be towers or Roshan. Yeah, Kunkka, if you can hit the boat, it's very good. Kunkka's been playing pretty well. He started off a little bit rough, but now he's coming back. As you can see, they're really catching up to the Clinks here, and Clinks doesn't carry that well into the late game. Well, not as well as some of the likes of Medusa. Medusa has got herself a ultimate orb, probably going to go Skadi, I would guess. Skadi pretty effective as well because you got that split on there as well. Radiant managed to deny their top tower, so that should keep their gold lead a little bit ahead. As I said before, it's just these towers are just gold maps sitting waiting to be collected if they can keep the game going long enough, provided they're not denied. But the deny is still gold. Gold is gold is gold. And he's sitting on 2.1. He's probably going to go for a Daedalus, I would imagine here. Seems to be a fairly standard build for Kunkka. I don't think we're going to see anything completely out of the ordinary. Visage, he looks like he's got his headdress, probably going to be a turned into a mech. Let's have a quick look at items while there's a little bit of downtime here. Yep, as you can see, the Dire is sitting on reasonable items. Got the Gold Scepter on the Crystal Maiden, trying to make her a little bit more survivable against the right clickers. Not going to help against Clinks, I don't think, because it's magic damage. Got a mech on the Visage now, and yep, there we go, and a little bit of initiation on the Kunkka. Will he manage to get the Shadow Blade off in time? Does not look like they've got any dust either, so that one's going to be getting away from them. And Lycan is sitting on his Necro 3, almost got max level Howl, so that's going to be a huge amount of extra damage, especially with the Necros attacking so fast. Kunkka TPing back to base here, get a little bit more health, and get a little bit out of danger. Looks like another high ground defence. They'd be better just split pushing this, and I think Clinks is doing that at the moment. Because if they can get the towers, they're not going to win this late game if they keep going, I think. I don't know. I love comebacks, and I always root for the losing team here. And it looks like they are not really losing anymore. Losing in terms of tower, but that's about it. The Medusa ult managing to slow them down enough for Crystal Maiden to pick off that one, and then Medusa pick off that one. That puts Medusa even closer. Clinks doing what Clinks does. He is pushing the bottom lane here. It looks like he's going to get another Rax out of this one. Oh, he's not. He's going to back off. Not feeling safe enough. Getting a little bit scared of them, especially the likes of the Kunkka and the Medusa. Doing quite a lot of work here. Clockwork on mid, trying to push down these creeps, but he's going to take a reasonable amount of damage from them. And they do take quite a bit of right click when you're not a major right clicker to kill. Illusion Rune down here. Let's have a look at ward vision just now. So that ward's still there, just about to run out. And it looks like they've managed to ward the high ground here as well. And without that tower, they're not going to be able to spot it out. The sentry also out of range here. Clinks is running away, managing to pick himself up. Visage, but he managed to get stunned, and it looks like he could be in trouble here. Now Skunka got dust. He does not have dust, but he does have a sentry ward, so this could be another kill here. Throw in the bolt, see if he can get it. Not quite. That's unfortunate. Clink's managing to barely escape. Should be able to just throw a death pact in and get a little bit of his health back, but he's just going to go straight back to base by the looks of things. Pulling Roshan here, obviously having a look to see if they are doing that. And yep, it is a Daedalus on the Kunkka there. And she got 2 ultimate orbs, so that's the really big part of the Skadi taken care of now. Just needs to get her point booster and the orb of venom, and then she's going to have it, and that's going to really slow them down. Later they go in this, the more AoE they're going to have between the Kunkka splash and the Medusa's split shot as well. So it's going to be unfortunate for them. Lycan throwing his wolves out, maybe trying to get a little bit more farm, but unfortunately he's just feeding farm to the Medusa, not managing to achieve a great deal here. Looks like they're collapsing a little bit here. They see the Shadow Shaman and the Death Prophet. Death Prophet not throwing her ult. She is throwing her ult, but it's going to be a waste. Clockwork managing to stop her from running there. Lycan using his ult to chase. And Kunkka has managed to push the middle tower. I'll have a look at the gold graph. I think it's actually going to be swinging back down. As you can see, it's dipped down quite a considerable amount. It's dipped down about 5k. And they managed to pick up Clockwork there. Clockwork was on an unstoppable spree there actually as well. So that is unfortunate for them. Clink's managing to get that as well, so he's going to be even further ahead. But just manning up here, and they've managed to get the Lycan here. And if he turned off split shot, he's probably just going to die here. Using split shot against the necro creeps is not a good idea, because those necro creeps will hit you for 600 pure, which is a fair amount. Managing to pick up the kill there, and Clockwork is going to escape as well, so that's good. It's still 3-for-1 trade. They did manage to get a few escapes there. The necro creep might be able to get it there. Necro creep's true sight will probably work well against the Kunkka as well, if they do have it up. These wards will push this back if it goes back any further. The creep's about to run out just now. Not taking the big damage nuke there. There's a pretty reasonable amount of gold on the necro creeps, but it's sometimes not worth it unless you've got the regen for it. And that's the Skadi come out on the Medusa, and Boots Travel's gone on Lycan. Looks like they're just going to go for a slow, gradual, sneaky push, maybe when they're slightly out of position out of base. But I think they might stay with just what's working for them and just defend. But I'd like to see them pushing some of these towers. They've got all the tier 1s down here as well. But with Medusa, if she goes and pushes the lanes, that'll work out pretty well for them, I think. Visage is second base here. He's got himself a dust, and he's got himself sentries, obviously, to deal with that Clinks. He's got himself a Daedalus as well now. He's sitting on 3,900. Unsure what he'd go next. Maybe Butterfly, I would say. No, he's going to go BKB. Butterfly's pretty useful on Clinks as well, because he's reasonably squishy, and if your armour is good, because he's an agility hero, but you're not going to get... If you just get magic damage down, then it's not good. Clinks with the double damage rune, hitting like an absolute truck now, and he's going to get Roshan here. and he manages to pick up the Aegis as well. Makes him a little bit more scary. His BKB's coming here, but he's going to run away from the courier. That's fine, he's got his BKB, there is a sentry ward there, so but I don't think they would have seen him anyway. Looks like they're going for a bit of a push here. Klink's going straight through, looking to get a whack on these turrets while he can. And he's taking off a lot of damage there with each hit. Barrett's regenning up a little bit, but not a great deal. So I'm just going to take a drink here. Looking to clear the wave there. He's sitting for quite a lot just now. I mean, when that crit cleave hits, it's really scary in a team fight as well. I think probably what the Radiant should do here is just split push every lane. They're not winning with their grouping up, so maybe trying something a little bit different would be good. Sending one to a different lane is good, but if you send a couple to mid lane, a couple to top lane, one to mid, one to bottom, then you'll probably just get more towers. But I'm not sure. It depends how Dire react to this one. And it looks like they're going to pick off the Klinks here, but he's got his Aegis, so he should be able to possibly escape. A little bit early on the torrent there. Should have been looking up at the timer there. But Klinks does get picked off again. Looks like Kunkka did get trapped in by the wards there. Nice play. Medusa picking up yet another kill. And yep, Shadow Shaman going down, and that will be a dead Death Prophet as well. Visage getting a double kill there. So that's good. Visage still sitting bottom of the net worth here. We'll have a look at their Kitty. Right, 13-2 as expected. I've been talking about that a bit. Clockwork's doing pretty well, and Crystal Maiden's actually doing pretty well. What's Crystal Maiden sitting on just now? I've not had a look at her in a while. We've got 4 staff here with Ghost Scepter. Ghost Scepter probably to stop any damage, like I said before. Triangle Boots, I don't actually even like Triangle Boots on supports now. That 13 seconds is really not good every time you attack or take damage. And you're going to be taking damage or attacking at some point. It's nice outside of team fights, but 11 seconds. By the time she gets down here, she's going to have no regen out of it. It's only really useful for massive amounts of downtime or very passive supports, like maybe a Keeper of the Light or something like that. Medusa has cleared this wave like an absolute champ. The split shot hitting for quite a lot now. She's hitting for 142 with each split shot, and that's a lot of damage. And she's hitting for 5 targets as well. 142 times 5 is 150 times 5. I can't board work now. Anyway, it's a lot. Kunkka is still sitting in the mid lane. Looks like they're a little bit too scared to push now. They can take team fights, and I'm confident they could take team fights. There's not many team fight ults besides the Shadow Shaman's ultimate and Death Prophet's ultimate that would make a huge difference to these fights. But I was not feeling confident enough to leave base. Their early game has made them a little bit more wary by the looks of things. Visage picking up a point booster. That's going to be towards his Aghanims, and the Medusa has picked up her Yasha. That's probably going to be for a Manta style. Manta style will make her push even scarier, and she'll be able to throw even more damage, which would be quite terrifying. Looks like they're all grouped up here, but they will be able to see that they are there just now with that ward. It's a nice place, nicely placed defensive ward there. And they now know that they've been seen as well. The group would have seen him as well, but there is a sentry ward up here, so if Klinks does come down, then should be okay. Oh, lovely hook from Clock there. And he's managing to get quite a lot of them, and there is bolt combo. Wow, wombo combo. Excellent play there from the Dire. Managing to get 3 so far. Klink's throwing as much damage as he can before he dies here, but he is... Oh, is he going to escape? Yes, he is going to escape, and the Shadow Shaman's going to escape as well. But still, that's a huge trade there. That is 3 for 1 there. And Klinks is pushed back out as well. They should be looking to take as much advantage as they can here. Shadow Shaman come back in. He's not going to be able to achieve a great deal, to be honest. That Medusa is pretty terrifying just now, so he probably should back off. And yeah, I was right about the Manta. Right, have a look at the net worth again, and Klinks is starting to top off a little bit. We'll have a look at the gold graph here, and it is really starting to swing back down to the Dire, down to about 10,000 gold here at 39 minutes. So it's been a gradual depreciation there. The big 3-man bolts and things like that have really helped them. Kunka's going up as well now. The Lycan is not having a great game now. He's sitting 0 on 5. Obviously he's not there for kills, he's there for push, but still, you know. As you can see, clearing creep waves like an absolute champ there with her split shot. Looks like Clinks is going a bit roaming here. I don't know what he's going to get next. Maybe a rapier, divine throw rapier. But we shall see. Wow, that's a lot of hits for her. 808 with a crit. That's a fair whack, and if you have a look at Crystal Maiden, that's a crit and a normal hit, really, and she's dead. So, Clinks, very, very scary, but also very, very squishy. Dust just counters him completely. Or a gem, if they manage to get a gem. Gem's a little bit more risky, because if he picks up a gem, then it will screw over the Kunkka as well. Less than ideal, and also they'll be able to de-ward all their lovely, lovely wards. We'll see. Looks like there's a push going down bottom. Clinks is hanging about up here, probably going to go in and get that Rax down there as well. Using their slightly weaker members to go in as 4, just to give Kunkka a larger target to ghost. No, I'm confident. I'm sure they'll still get this, but we shall see. Clinks coming in here with a... Oh, that's a hook. Hook initiation, and here comes the Torrent Bolt. Torrent Bolt managing to only catch 1 this time, but still worth it. He managed to get the Death Prophet, and Death Prophet never got her ult off either. And they're TPing back to deal with this, and they're going to get him. And that is a dead Clinks. Really, really didn't work out for them there at the split push. Was reacted to pretty well, going in and dealing with it outside the base, as they should, rather than waiting. And then TPing back. Wise uses TPs there. Very, very nice play. The Clockwork has been throwing some good hooks recently. I think earlier on he was having some trouble, but the Lycan managing to TP out here. Looks like Lycan is going to be getting slapped here. That frostbite damage is not doing a huge amount at the moment. You should be able to regen that back up, but they do have the big bad boys coming. They've got Visage and Medusa, so it looks like he is going to die. The slow there not working because... Oh, Soul Assumption kill. Very, very nice from Visager. Throwing that from long range. From downtown, as they say. Yeah, it's really, really swinging. Radiant are a much better defensive lineup here. A much better team fight. It was a nice attempt with the push, but I don't think they pushed quite quick enough, to be honest. Didn't pick off as many kills as they should early on. If they'd done that, they might have, but they've really got no recourse now because they don't have any huge carries. I mean, Lycan's only sitting on pushing out, and he's only got the Necro and the Boots Travel. Their Clinks is hitting for a lot, but he's also taking a lot. He is definitely their #1 target when they go into fights. So, yes. And using that man style there to get some huge amounts of push off here, and that tower will just melt. Especially with the familiars here, throwing out quite a lot of damage. Now Medusa getting the last hit there, and that puts her just about on par with the Clinks now. Really able to push this quite hard now. Their defense is not going to be that great, to be honest. They've got their wards, but they should be fairly easy for them to kill. So yeah, I think they might be a little bit boned here. Obviously the Lycan's still putting quite a bit of pressure on here, using his Boots Travel to get up here, and obviously the Necro creeps as well. But it's just not going to be enough, I'm afraid. They have got 2 racks now, just looking to get the bottom one now. That should be fairly easy for the Clinks to backdoor should he choose to. If he just runs up with Invis up here while they're down pushing their tower, he should be able to get that, and then it'll just be a case of waiting them out. Because as you can see, even with these two lanes, they are quite scared to advance by the looks of things. But they are looking to go down, actually. Absolutely manning up. Crystal Maiden maybe staying just for defensive purposes here. Throwing out another Observer Ward to match that sentry. Throwing a sentry, a little bit scared of the Clinks just in case. Yes, very nice. Excellent hook again. Excellent hook initiation. But Clockwork is taking a lot of damage here. That Clinks is hitting like an absolute truck, but it's not going to be enough. He You can hit for as much as you want, but if you die, then you're dead. You're not going to be hitting for anything. And the bolt coming in. Oh, very nice bolt there. Kanka managing to pick it off. Overshooting it slightly just to account for any forward movement there. And it is another 3 kills. Seems to be their common number for kills here. Lycan pushing here, but I think they're probably more useful just trying to backdoor these. Clinks definitely has enough damage to do the backdooring here, but he's going to get caught out again. That's unfortunate. With the Clinks being so good at the hooking, I think probably a 4-staff would be quite good on some of their pushers. 4-staff out with the cogs, and then you have a chance of escaping, especially with Lycan's ultimate, which he didn't use there. Lycan buying back into the game, probably going to be TPing somewhere. Visage pushing out this lane at the bottom here a little bit. That should give their racks a little bit more defense than they would have otherwise. Starting to get to huge creep wave levels, so it's going to be much easier for the Dire to push these towers. Medusa's got herself bits travel as well, and this is for the fast reactions to TP back and forth should they need to. Not going in for the tower just now, not feeling quite confident enough to go in, but they will soon enough, I am sure. Okay. Medusa's sitting on 374 last hits. We'll have a look at the last hits here. 374 on the Medusa and 259 on the Clinks there. Yeah, not much of interest in the other one. But yeah, Medusa can farm insanely fast now. She's sitting for 180, 182 on each attack, which is quite considerable. Going to take down Roche here. And he's got the cheese on him this time as well, which is the third. So they'll probably want to give that to... Yeah, looks like Kanka's going to pick it up just now, and she's going to sell her match ball and pick up the cheese here as well. The cheese will be very useful on Medusa because that will synergize well with the mana shield, because if she keeps her mana shield on, starts taking quite a lot of damage, she can eat the cheese and be full on both. Or mostly full. It's a good chunk of damage. She'll be able to take more than she would otherwise. That was hardly even English, I'm sorry. Lycan hiding up here in the trees. He keeps trying to go up in this top lane, and he really shouldn't be. He should be trying to go for the bottom, I think. He is very well trying to get the throne straight away, but if you get the bottom racks, then they're just going to be hard defense for the whole game, and it's a lot of pressure, and it's also less gold when they get these creeps. Of course, they made missing all the assets out. Unfortunate. Not sure where that TP was from. It's a bit overzealous. Right. Oh, I'm sorry, it was Clinks. Clinks is coming in here looking to sneakily backdoor this, I think, but they do have the sentry ward there, so if he goes in, this is quite a high risk maneuver, I would say. Lovely hook there, and that is going to be another dead Lycan. He just cannot deal with this clockwork. 4-staff, and he'd be able to get out of it, I think. He's not got his ultimate here for the escape, and there's a grave chill, and I think that is him going to be dead again. Clink's trying to go in there, use this time as an advantage to try and get more racks damage down there, but not able to get in there. And that is a dead Clinks. Wonder what he says, he's trying to get rewarded here. But anyway, Clinks, not Clinks, Medusa is shoosting things. Nice hook initiation from someone. Where is Clockwork? Where is Clockwork? Guys, sorry, I didn't even see that. Crystal Maiden's got the boots travel. It looks like it's going to be just travels, and there we go. There is the Divine Thropier on the Medusa. She's fairly tanky at this stage, but 22 armor and 2.7k health. But that is, it's kind of a big risk, especially if Clinks gets a hold of that or Lycan. There we go. You're managing to pick off the Death Prophet as well. Looks like the Death Prophet legitimately having to go. It didn't happen because it's a 50-minute game, so it didn't even try and fast push this. Lincoln's getting used there to cut it off, and this looks pretty bad for the Dire here. They're going to take this, they're going to take the racks, and that is going to put them A little bit of an advantage on this lane because if they pushed anywhere else it would equalise, but on the bottom lane it should allow them to push a lot more. And Kunkka going back to defend against this also insistent Lycan, managing to evade the boat. Ooh, nice cleave there, managing to take out everything there. Hey, there we go. And that was a nice frostbite there from Crystal Maiden, managing to secure the kill. Max movement speed can do all you want, but it's not going to stop you when you're frozen to the ground. Coming up mid lane here, using his hook for whatever non-reason there. Maybe looking to hook the creep wave and just got caught. What is the range on this anyway? Ow, that's a huge range. Yeah. Got a range of 3,000, so that's a huge, huge range. Clockwork can initiate from. Didn't think it was quite as much as that. Yep, Wind Ranger going to push out this lane with the. She's got herself a Desolator as well, and that's going to be quite good for towers, but they don't have any towers left to take. With the Focus Fire, you should be able to take off quite a lot of damage as well, but unfortunately it doesn't work very well for teamfight. Oh, excuse me. Okay, Kunkka coming down to push down here on the middle lane with the Medusa. Medusa hanging back a little bit, probably looking to get even more farm because she needs more Divine Rapiers. She needs at least 3. As you can see, even the illusions here with the split shot doing quite a bit of damage, but the Kunkka can one-shot an entire wave. So that's pretty nice for him. Wind Ranger trying to defend here. Should be able to clear this creep wave, but there's another one coming down just now. Invis rune here, no one up for taking it. Maybe the Clockwork. Clockwork is going to... No, he's not. He's going to leave it. Or is he? Kunkka's going to get it. Fair enough. Leaving it for his teammate. And he has got an AC and a rapier as well. There's many, many rapiers in this game. 2 rapiers so far. 2 rapiers, 6 boots of travel. And that is... that's a lot of items as well. But yeah, that's pretty scary items coming out from the Dire now. Have a look at the gold graphs just now. Gold graphs is 10,000 in favour of the Dire now. This really is a game of throws. The dude did have a much better comeback here. Lynx is trying to take out this Rax here. He did manage to get one, but at the cost of his life and Lycan's life as well. Don't know if that's worth it. Maybe. Probably not. I mean, if they don't take all the racks, if they take all the racks, then they've got probably got to leave 1 to defend most of the time. Kunkka absolutely trashing this tower. The Radiant do not have Glyph if they need it. Kunkka coming in, yeah, Clockwork coming in there with a hook shot in the back there. And they're going to get another Rax out of this one as well. And this looks like it is a good game. Death Prophet and Windrunner cannot do much here. And there is no buyback. Good. Because it's 16,000, 1,600. Yep, not a great deal they could done here. They did really, really well. The Dire did really, really well, just turtling and using their superior team fight to turn the game around. Getting 3, 4 and 5 kills every single time they tried to go high ground, and that really turned it around, taking it from having 0 kills to about 16 or 18 up to 27 to 46. So it was very well played. Medusa became incredibly scary along with the Kunkka. Some great plays from the Clockwork, throwing in some really nice hooks. Yeah, that's about everything from me. Thank you very much for watching. Subscribe if you like my style. Right.